Hello, and thank you for joining us on today's webinar. We're going to be talking about how to get started with your Pictage account. My name is Katie Van Buren, and I'm a Pictage photographer training specialist. So, first thing we want to start off with is logging into our account and accessing our home page. Here on our home page, you'll see a customized snapshot message of everything that's going on in your account. You can see things from discount offers that we have available or specials and promotions that are running, to seeing if a client visited an event, seeing if the event website has gone live, and all of these things can be customized. Up here in the top right corner, you'll see where it says Customize Snapshot. We're going to select that option, and then you can see all the choices you have available. In my studio, I like to have all of these checked because I like to see everything that's going on. But if you'd like to turn on or off some of these settings, you can simply do so by selecting the checkbox and just removing it. They're all activated to be turned on here, but I can, if I didn't want to see, let's say, a credit card refund, I can uncheck that button and it wouldn't show it to me. The nice part about this too, all of these are accessible. For example, all of your online billing you can see, or any event orders that are placed, you'll get an email about, but I like to be able to also just see them on my snapshot message just as a quick overview of what's going on in my studio. So we're going to go back to our home page now that we've customized our page here, and then we're just going to give you a quick walkthrough. So if we look over here on the right hand side, you're going to see it says account activity, and then it gives you a 5-digit code here. And the 5-digit code is actually your studio ID, and often if you're placing a call and you're needing help and the customer support team is looking to access your account, they're going to ask you for your studio ID. And that is what this shows right here. This 5-digit number is actually your studio ID. Also, if you were to submit a support ticket, we would ask for that as well. It helps us to be able to access your account quickly and easily. So if you ever hear that and you don't know what it is, you can always find it right here. Also, we'll show you what your account balance is, and then it gives you a quick link to view your statement through here. You can also access that same information under My Account, but this is just a shortcut to it. And then directory stats, if you have a premium or pro level account, you would be able to manage your directory statistics right through here, and just makes it easy by having these built-in shortcuts for you, and you can manage your listings through here. And like I said, if you have the premium, that gives you 2 regions. If you have the pro level, that gives you 4 regions for your directory status or your directory listing. And then at the bottom here, you're going to see popular forum threads and then things that are new on the blog. The blog is really educational, very great for tips and techniques and as a resource for you for continuing education. And then on the forums, there's all sorts of different topics that could pop up on here, but one thing it's great for is connecting with community and learning who else is out there in the industry and really building great friendships through the forums, but also asking questions to anybody that is also on the forum. So for example, here it's saying, are you willing to be quoted? Cool concept shoot that I'm working on. So you can always see like what the popular forum threads are, and then you can visit the forums through here as well. And now we're going to go up here to the top left corner, and we'll be able to see if you booked an event. You can either add the event to Pictage or you can upload images to an event, and I'll touch on these really quickly in a few moments here. And then the other things that we have here are popular products, so you can easily get to these. We have order history, so if you want to see consumer orders or studio orders. And then we also have recently visited. So if you had just logged into, let's say, George and Patty's wedding and then exited and did a couple things and you wanted to jump back into it, these would be just shortcuts for things you visited recently. And what we're going to do now is set up our retail price list. As soon as we get our price list set up, we can start adding our events to Pictage. And the first thing we'll do is go to events and scroll down to retail price list. And the reason we need to set up our price list is because as soon as we add our images to Pictage, we need to offer a price list available for the clients to be able to go on and order from the online gallery. So in here, it's really easy. We're going to select Create New Price List, and then it will ask us to name the price list. So we might want to call this Weddings 2011, and then we can create our price list. And it will automatically default to set up all of these for you: professional prints, photo grading cards. I'm going to go into professional prints, And we'll just talk about this briefly. In professional prints, we're going to give you just a suggested national average that we've seen that have worked well for our photographers for pricing. And if you wanted to change that pricing, if you offer different pricing in your studio, we do suggest that your pricing is the same on Pictage that it is in your studio. And if you needed to go in and modify this, you can go in one at a time and make the changes that you want. So you could change if you didn't want to offer 4x6s, or if you wanted to charge more or less, you could do so in here. But the great part is it does preset all of these for you, and it's really easy to go in and change them if you want. And then everything else is done on percentage here. So if you're offering fine art cards or canvas prints, you can come in and just make an adjustment based on percentage. So you could say you want to charge 100% markup, 300, 400, whatever it might be. Now that we have our price list selected, we're ready to upload our images to Pictage. And we're going to first add an event to Pictage. We always suggest when you very first sign up for Pictage, if you already have events booked, and they're maybe not even for 6 months from now or 2 months from now, go ahead and pre-register those. So we're going to set this up, and we would call this, let's call this Pete and Jeff's wedding, and we'll put in the event date. And then we put in the type of the wedding, put in who the photographer is, and then we continue here. We can offer a pre-registration credit if we want. This really helps to drive more sales to your studio. And it talks about how the credits work, but essentially the guests would pre-register on Pictage before the event is published for viewing, and then as soon as the event is released for viewing, they would get a $5 gift credit to be able to apply. Some of the benefits are you don't have to pay for any unredeemed gift credits, and it also helps the clients to see higher perceived value, and also getting that gift credit hopefully gives them the opportunity to get logged in before they can see the images and to get excited about seeing those images, and also gives them a reason to make a purchase. And we do see that events with a credit offer earn up to 30% more revenue. And then the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to enter our client's information. So we would enter our client's email address and add our client, and then we can enter in their first name. Then we can select our role. If the client is the bride, we'll select that, and then we can send a welcome email too. If you also want to view that welcome email, you can click on View Sample Email, and it will show you that. And then we would select Add Event, and that will schedule the event on Pictage. We would love for you to join us for part 2 of this webinar series.